come on, come on! You gotta be kidding me, I lost again? Oh my goodness, this is taking me like 20 tries. I mean, an hour had to go by during this time, correct? Are you kidding me? It's only been 15 minutes and 16 seconds, and there's still 3 more phases of this boss. What's next? The game's gonna cost me money to buy? Now I gotta pay microtransactions to play this game? This is a DS game. DS games didn't even cost money back then to play in the game. What? Okay, it's alright. Giant Yoshi is soon be coming with my money for last video. Hey, there's my guy. Alright, show me the money we made. This is it. We only made $5, Giant Yoshi. $5? You think so funny. Okay, come on. I can't believe I'm gonna dump you. I give you a house and everything in this video. You're gonna be 5 smackaroonies. I can't believe you do this to me. Okay, listen, Giant Yoshi. You only get $5. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna do to you. You like that? Let's do another set. We're not done yet. We ain't finished yet. Come on, follow me, pal. We're not done with you just yet. Okay. Are you gonna make it $10? Or is it gonna be $5 if not? Okay then. 3, 2, 1. Get out of here. Where's my boss? Well, listen here, pal. Oh, wait. I'm my own boss. I forgot about the boss. Oh, I meant to be talking about boss battles right now. Play the intro. Why am I in a new shell? And why is Giant Yoshi here? And who are you? Anyways, before we begin the countdown, let it be known there shall be spoilers way ahead. So, if you've not played a game from this franchise in this whole list, please play the game for us. But if you don't care, just stay here and watch the whole countdown. Boss fights are a key piece for any type of video game. It could be a simple platforming game that makes you jump over obstacles and hit back enemies so the boss gets damaged. Or maybe an RPG game with fun, wacky characters, and you gotta hit certain areas of the boss to do damage. Or even fighting game boss battles, which could be the absolute worst because they are so much a pain to play in the game. Like, in my life, there's so many tough ones. Like, stop using the damn shoulder tackle, Shao Kahn. Do something different. Like, you're a hammer, you keep tackling me with your shoulder, and I can't do any damage because you keep doing the same 5 moves, Shao. Boss fights are needed for any type of game, and they're a great thing to count down on the list. Now, the question is, which type of boss fight am I covering today? There's a lot of love for forced and fire battles out there, and that's a good reason, since forced battles, they start off the game for the player and make it very simple for you, but also fun. Or, on the flip side, you could end the game off with a bang that can be very memorable when done quickly as a final boss should be. And secret bosses can be very challenging and tough to find, but in any game they're in, it's very much worth it for a fun and thrilling battle. But on this day, we are looking at quite possibly the most underrated type of boss fight there is. It is one that takes place in the middle of a game playthrough. Well, everybody knows that the forced and final boss, what about those in the middle that moves the story along? Plus, mid-bosses can provide unique, different gameplay styles that are not found at the beginning of most games and change up the pace of the game. And, when done correctly, can be the most memorable part of the whole damn game they are from, and should be talked about by players for decades to come. So, here are some simple rules. Obviously, it cannot be the forced, final, or a secret boss. Anything else in the middle is fair game for the list. And of course, one per franchise like always, so no double dipping is allowed during this list. Thankfully, for me, the rules are most simple and should be easier to follow along because it's pretty simple. There are so many in-the-middle bosses in gaming's history that so many of them had to miss the cut. But there are so many unique games to talk about during this whole list and show off some of the best in the history of gaming, final, force, who cares, bosses in general. So, before I go fight myself against such low pay, This is my top 10 best middle bosses in gaming. So let's light this up! We'll see how starting this off with a Kobe boss fight. That means it's one of two things. One, it's either a godlike being, or two, something simple like a tree. Crossing fingers is not a god.
Boss is the scariest thing of them all. A true horror icon, oh boy. It makes people tremble and fear just hearing the name. Oh yeah, that is correct. This boss is all about art. Oh my goodness.
Well, first I draw this head, then I erased some of the more detailed features, and 1, 2, 3, a circle thingy.
What, do you not think art is scary? What about it just getting your face outright? Or when you have a wide old arse's block and you just sit there for 4 or 5 minutes thinking to yourself, doing nothing, staring at a blank page, and you're like, oh my goodness, what if I fail and inflict your mind? What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, Kobe.
Bosses does sadly hold her back, but she does bring somewhat unique cards to the table when facing against her, which makes her a very interesting boss to face off. Firstly, let's start off with this, her unique and very colorful design. Now, we have seen it before with her sister that look very similar to her, but out of all of them, she makes it look the best.
The theme is simple, but in a good way. It's a way to get your energy pumping by just hearing it.
Then there are her attacks. Of course, we have star simple balls of energy shooting at you, and then, bam, your screen is covered in paint, and you are blinded by her like an average sports referee.
After getting over to half of her health, she decides she has a new plan and will paint up some new attacks up.
Some of those new painted attacks will include her deciding to crush you with bowling balls from the sky to get a strike. Or maybe she'll just impale you with some spears and make you look like a kebab. Or her most powerful painting. She'll make multiple versions of herself, and you gotta figure out which one's the real one and which one's the fake ones. Because the fake ones, they'll explode and she'll just laugh at you as she does tons of damage to you that packs a punch.
That and covering up the screen with paint, this can make the boss quite tricky to handle, and it's only the second boss in the game, so it's gonna find ways to get ya.
Still, this is still one of the better middle bosses for the Koei franchise. And that is saying a lot since there are a bunch of great ones, but this one is very unique for the painting aspect of it all. And not, thankfully, the average godlike boss being you face in every single game. It's just a nice little painting witch that will try to kill you with bowling balls.
Man, if only I could draw a paint battle, but we don't live in that world, so the boss is not gonna go and stop me, because I can't draw.
Time to finally talk about a brand new franchise on this channel. In my opinion, it's an underrated gem.
It's about time we finally get to see what Yokai Watch has to hold.
One of the main things that got me into the Yokai Watch series in the first place was the weird but cool looking boss fights. They seemed challenging when I first played them 10 years ago.
Jeez, has it really been that long? Doesn't seem correct, but moving on from that.
So imagine my reaction the first time I was playing when we got to this hospital. It looked very spooky. I mean, it does look a bit mischievous, but it's probably nothing. Just a normal run-of-the-mill hospital that we've all been to at least once in our life. You know, just checking our high and our weight and our hearts. You know, every hospital needs to check how your heart is doing. You know, plain ordinary stuff.
This is like your normal run-of-the-mill everyday hospital. However, I don't know my last doctor visit. They slingshot me. I don't know that happening, so seems a bit strange.
Dude. Uncool.
Looks like sadly I'm getting some surgery. Listen here, doctor. I am not a celebrity. I don't need none of your fancy surgery. Don't you think of yourself as some kind of, I don't know, madman? But there's no way you're a madman. Oh, I I get it now. His name is Maddy Man because this yokai is mad in the head. Very clever name play, Yokai Watch.
Who doesn't love a good pun here and now? You know they are quite punny.
This guy's design just looks cool in every correct way and gives him a lot of positive points in my books. So he was like an actual evil doctor. Quite possibly the best design for a yokai boss.
Sadly, he just has a generic boss theme, which it still slaps, it's great, but I would like some variety, okay?
How this boss works, it's very different from the other ones. He will inspire your yokai powers a bunch, make them not act correctly, and can be very time consuming to heal them back up to full. Plus, he can heal himself, which can be such a pain.
So you might be asking, how do we defeat this mad doctor? Well, all you gotta do is stab his hearts all over the place. That sounds wrong.
Yes, during this fight, hearts will appear all around the player to shoot them down so he can pop. So the doctor can't use his big attack, which could be bad news if he does land. But by attacking all the hearts, he will get weaker as a result, and your yokai can deal big damage to him because of that. After a few times of popping his hearts, he will go down without a head, and it'll be a nice win for you and your team.
There's a reason this boss will come back for the next 2 games. He's just a great boss to face and just a run-of-the-mill great boss all around.
From the damn cool-ass designs of his to some great fight mechanics, he belongs on the best middle boss list just like this. Also, he probably traumatized some kids before with his design, so if you go to the doctor's office, be careful because there might be a madman.
Guys, watch out! The bat's behind you! Oh, I'm just kidding. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's just a really great game.
In terms of video games, Batman is known for his great Arkham games, with dozens of great boss fights in between them to his name, as well as keeping each boss fight very well known for different reasons.
One of those well-known moments in the first game is a boss that just spooks the pants right off the player as they play.
This time it would have to be the jacked up crocodile, Killer Croc. This boss fight is terrifying because you never know when the Croc is coming, but do not, under any circumstance, hit that one button. You might be wondering why? Because that bitch will heal you and will chase you down to the end of the earth. So you just need to outrun him as fast as you can, but you gotta be sneaky about it.
Well, this Croc, let me tell you, he's not that friendly. He's not Killer Croc who just throws rocks at ya.
And? I threw a rock at him!
His design, by all accounts, is scary as shit. And if you saw this in real life, you'd be scared of this giant hulking beast. But thankfully, you are Batman and you can take him on. But you cannot win this with speed alone. You just sneak around. Even then, he will come from anywhere, chasing you down, even under the wall, breaking the boards under you.
Plus, the electric batteries help as well, so you can send him right into the wall. But that's not all that's going to take him down.
Also, gliding in the sky, another way of escaping this Croc, will also help you in this chase. And then there is his theme. At first, he's quiet, but when he finds you, that means one of 2 things. 1, you better get away to 1, or 2, he's gonna eat you, and you are just straight up doomed. The theme is like if an apex predator finally found its prey and his way to just eat it alive. And when I mean eats the bat, he straight up eats the bat for a whole, and that's not a joke. But thankfully, after you put down all that exploding gel, you can just blow up the place and down he goes into the rubble, but giving the player a very memorable fight.
It's more of a chase than it is a fight, but hey, you better be counting your chickens that you were able to survive that in the first place. Speaking of which, I can go count my chickens!
You know what I just hate? Take a guess. It is bugs. I am not a big fan of bugs. You know what I hate times 2? Oh, centipedes. They have so many legs. Too many legs. Why do centipedes need that many legs?
I know how they appeal to find these bugs cute. I do not see that vision at all. Do we need to clean your eyeballs out or something?
But you know what is good to look at? Regulars. I mean, just look at these guys. They're just chilling, living life, with no care in the world. I mean, there is no universe where you can turn these little things into something scary. It's impossible. It's illogical.
I mean, is Bowser going to make a robot version that looks like a Sandy? That would just be crazy, right?
Well, that's just flippin' fantastic. Oh, LightingTale, we know what you hate these centipedes, so guess what? We're gonna make a boss based on something chill, like a regular, and make it a robot. And despite me hating centipede-like creatures, this boss is just really fun in general.
Thankfully, we are Mario, but that's not enough to defeat the Sandy Regular. No. We must use the most useful ability, a tank!
What's the address?
816 Beach Street.
What's the order?
1 large pepperoni pizza.
The design of the boss, most of my hatred of centipedes aside, it is actually pretty cool looking, I'll give it that, and a bit scary. But maybe that is my bias towards centipedes talking. And then there's a theme, and my goodness, why is this theme for this boss such a bop to listen to? It just sounds good. Doesn't fit the boss at all, but that jazz music, I mean, damn, it just hits in the best of ways.
At first, it's simple. You gotta shoot the Regular down. But then, it starts doing what all bugs do. It starts teleporting, spazzing around.
Times when it teleports, it can be directed right at Mario or just back in the wall to climb back up. But the number one rule in taking it down is to shoot the very shootable spots it has on when they light up. Then it just keeps going even more legs, becoming a new type bug that has more legs and it's added to my hate list because I hate bugs with so many legs.
I mean, just imagine, you're walking around and you step on a 4-leg bug, and then when you get off of it, it becomes a spiral. It starts moving very quickly. It starts teleporting. Just playing the funeral because you're super dead.
But after shooting this demon bug enough times, it will go down, but not after a long time. All in all, from the cool design, great music, and of course, the fact that this thing can only be defeated by a tank makes it for a fun boss battle. Maybe this little guy was not so bad after all. Nah, born alive. There were too many legs on the thing. It needs to stop. No, it needs to stop growing limbs. I'm terrified. Get me to the next entry. I just can't take a look at me. There's too many limbs on this thing. How many does it? Has like 20 or something. I can't take it anymore. Next entry now.
Time to finally talk about one of the people in my own intro. You know, we're 3 videos in and you have not said a single word about them just yet. Now, the question is, whom would it be?
Well, Hajime is the good guy of this game after all, so it can't be him because that's not a boss fight. I mean, you're playing as the character, you're not facing off against him. And Azure is one of the final bosses in Undertale, so it can't be Azure Dreamer fight either, so that disqualifies it as well. Now, it could be the gym battle against Elisa from Pokemon Black and White, but I might have a different boss in the Pokemon series, so only 2 remain.
Listen, I love Waluigi, but mine's the Dance Dance Revolution game. He's never been a boss. But my favorite hedgehog, now that guy, he's had some great boss fights.
And for the record, we're not talking about the glitch fest of a boss fight he had in Psycho 6. That mess would never be on the top 10 best mid-bosses list. No, this fight is actually an upgrade for Sega's most overlooked hedgehog.
You guys all think you're so much better than me.
Oh, Meg, that is the least fancy thing I have ever...
One day he'll get the respect he deserves, but until then, he got a pretty great second time around as a boss.
Not much the difference in terms of design for Civil. I mean, if you played a recent Sonic game, you would know what Civil looks like. And his theme, it is definitely a step down from his last appearance to say the least. It's an alright theme, but you know, his old theme is better. I use it for my intro, so I know it's better.
The thing that carries this boss fight is the gameplay and combat. And plus, it actually makes Civil seem kind of cool, which, at the last game, yeah, his stock definitely needed that.
Of course, there's the fact he throws debris at Sonic with his psychokinesis, but decides a new repertoire move to his moveset. That being, he had to make Sonic have to run up some cars to chase him down and hit him with his homing attack. It's unique and different.
And then a new ability, using light beams to get Sonic and slice him into like a hot dog bun.
After Sonic does some more homing attacks to Civil, he decides he is tired of this abuse and tries to squish him like he was nothing more than a bug on his shoe. However, of course, Sonic is very fast and avoids all of those maneuvers. And for his final attack, Civil uses Mio Smash as he chases Sonic with a giant Indiana Jones style ball, with Sonic barely and just barely getting by it, and he finally was able to defeat Civil once and for all, making him go all the way back to the ball itself. This fight made Civil better than after his first game, using his power better than before, and sure, it isn't the hardest boss fight in the world, but it's fun to play and cool looking. Plus, it is a very much needed bounce back for him as a whole after Sonic 06. But all that, it was not enough to crack the top 5 or even get close to the Civil medal as a whole, but still a very much worthy boss fight for Sonic's long list of great fights.
After 06, Silver definitely needed it. He was more than just a meme machine of cornball lines. No, he got respect. One day, Sega will give him the treatment he deserves. But it's in my dream, and I know it's gonna happen.
Time to talk about one of the most underrated games of the last 20 years, and that would have to be, of course, Punch-Out for the Wii. This game, I love it so much.
This game is just a bunch of boss fights in a row, but they're all from a different country, and they all feel unique and not the same old boss fight again. Like, I'm gonna beat you up, Mac!
There's Great Tiger who uses magic to cheat his way into winning boxing matches, of course. And on the other side, we have Disco Kid who just likes to get up and boogie and disco. And of course, we have Soda Popkinski, who is from Mother Russia.
Can't outsmart a bullet.
Oh, he also likes soda as well. Just don't go back to his past while he used to drink. Nintendo did not find that appropriate.
There were tons of great options. Without a doubt, the most interesting one of all would have to be the one who's actually insane and fights like he's an insane person coming from an asylum.
Now that right there, that is a hell of a boss to face.
It's like breathing, Mac!
Be first, Mac.
The first of many things you notice about Ryan is that he's slightly a little, unhinged. He could be doing a bunch of random stuff, be it fighting the referee for just doing his dang job for no reason, or just acting crazy.
Before the fight begins, he will get in Lil Mac's face and just yap at him. That takes dedication to hate somebody so much to get in the face right before the fight.
The theme he has is based off his home country of Ireland, and it's quite possibly my favorite theme in the whole game, which helped him out on this countdown to be boosted high because the theme plays a factor in the fight itself, and it's very catchy. It's probably one of the top 5 best, probably top 3 as well.
Out of all the bosses, Anne Ryan has the most personality in Punch-Out by a mile.
1, 2, 3.
What are you looking at, little Mac? Who's that? Ah, you think that's funny? Come on.
Let's go, son. Aaron Ryan's fast.
In terms of the actual boss fight, there are 2 versions of the fight. At first, he's very much a quick fighter, always moving rounds, and you have to time the punches just correctly so you can get some blows on him. And then, of course, he starts cheating by using his head in boxing with headbutts. That's not allowed. What are the rules? Not enough punches and stop punches, he will go down despite the cheating he does.
For the rematch, Anne Ryan knows how to take up a notch. He uses a weapon in boxing!
You thought him using his head for headbutts was bad? Oh, it can and will get so much worse for Lil Mac over here, because now he has to avoid this boxing glove on a rope as a weapon that he'll try to hit you with. Of course, he is still extremely fast moving around, but now he uses elbows. But of course, like he did before, Lil Mac will teach him a lesson, baby, and he will go down with some stop punches once again for the second time around.
And has the best boss theme Punch-Out. He cheats to win his matches, and he just has a fun personality all the way, making the most memorable boss in Punch-Out for the Wii.
But geez, can you please stop beating up the referees, Aaron? They do not get enough to deal with your baloney. They don't get the minimum wage.
One of the things I'm most proud about is there's a lack of overlap with Switch games for my first countdown. Hopefully I can talk about new experiences.
So I am very proud of my first countdown, but it feels fun to have different games of sorts, and so far we only have one repeat in Super Mario RC. So that looks like it's not going to be much of the same old.
So you know what I just said a few minutes ago? Well, throw it out the window, because once again we're having a repeat for my first list.
But in terms of boss fights only, there was no way this one was not getting invited to be high, because it was just that damn good and belongs on this type of list right here.
And who would have thought the boss fight from a joke game that has the best feature? Yeah, I'm not repeating that joke game. It was good for one time. The horse deserves more respect.
Trust me, this boss fight does contain spoilers, and yes, it sounds crazy, this is just a mini game, but this is how they get ya. This boss secretly has spoilers in Miitopia about it. Throughout the whole game, this villain has been treated as the big bad final boss you must defeat on your quest to save Miitopia once and for all from the face-snatching fiend, the Dark Lord.
This joke right here during the whole journey has been the bane of your existence. He's been kidnapping your friends and we send you back to the beginning. Well now it's some payback.
The setup for this boss has been great, and as for the theme, it is very intimidating to face off against. Designed well, I mean it's just a normal RPG final boss like we've always seen before, from from Final Fantasy to Fire Emblem, just the normal final boss.
We need to find this awesome store before we all start growing anime hair. But where is it? There must be a clue somewhere. How about that? Yeah, that'll be it.
But this boss fight can have anyone you want since they are Mii's. Look, my final boss is a Goomba from Mario. Ha 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 ha.
Okay, no jokes and fun. This is serious stuff right here. He's been kidnapping people's faces all over Miitopia. So, how's he fight?
This fight is smooth in the best of places because this fight is not just a simple one-trick RPG pony. This pony knows multiple different types of tricks that will keep the players on its toes. He can place your allies into a nightmare, make them dream terrible things in their own head. Like, what if Donkey Kong never gets another game again? That is truly terrible.
He can summon rocks from the sky to hit the Miis and topple over them, which should really be the end of the Miis right now.
And of course, he can slap you silly with his giant hands of his, and those will definitely pack a punch to your health. And once you think he's almost defeated, he will just laugh at your little face and steal faces from you and your allies alone. Then you have to fight over an imp version of yourself one-on-one, and that makes your Mii tremble in fear because facing off against yourself is very terrifying because you're not even in control.
This feels like a true final boss since he's so tough to beat and he has tons of HP and it feels very cinematic. But wait! That's not the end of the boss!
Turns out, the Dark Lord wasn't actually the main villain, but the Dark Course was. The Dark Lord was just getting possessed by the Dark Lord, and that is bad for all of us because the Dark Course takes over the Great Sage and we become the Darker Lord. And that's when you realize that the Dark Lord was only a middle boss. Well, they did a great job in fooling me into thinking the whole adventure was over right there and then. What a great twist, an amazing fight as well. They have a great theme, a good design, and of course, some great fight mechanics like possessing your face. So, no problems here in my book.
Remember, I told you the spoilers, but surprising news from Miitopia. Didn't expect that at all. The more you know.
And knowing is half the battle.
It's about time we can find about this masterpiece of a game that is Undertale. Having already talked about this for a while. It's been so long, a long 3 years, but it's finally time to discuss this.
Plus, there's so many fun characters in this game, and the best part about that is that most of them become bosses.
However, since I've only seen the genocide route and no play because it's not in my heart to kill almost any of these characters in general, since they are so much fun, that means we're only sticking with the 2 routes that I have played, the neutral route and the passive route, so no Undying the Undying and no Sans, but Sans is the final boss so he won't count anyways.
It was a very close battle between the 3. I could go off based on personality, or what matters here is the fight, and in the end, only one remained on top, and that was, of course, the Fish Lady!
Shout out to my man Pyres. It was based off the character's personality, he'd be the top of the list. But his fight is more of an introduction to comics fights and not the most complex of the whole game, so he didn't make the list, sadly. And Asgore was the best in terms of story and one of the most challenging one, but Undyne in the passive neutral route is the best balance of both.
This version of Undyne is just bad ass. She's been chasing you down this whole time just to capture you. Now, this is all it does to this exact moment.
She even turns the human soul green, giving the human a fair chance to face her one-on-one with another spear, since she knows the human will have a fair chance to face her, so she fights fair. That's a plus side for her.
Design-wise, even without the helmet, she is really cool. From the eye patch to the armor, just great design, and she's ready to take down the human for monster kind.
Undyne is trying to do what is correct. She is chasing the human down only because she wants the monster to return to the surface. She has that much determination, as much as the human almost, that she wants to do whatever it takes so the monsters can live happily once again. Moving on to our actual theme in the neutral passive route, while the genocide theme is better, Spear of Justice is still just really good to listen to. It's not better than Battle Against the Trios, but it's worthy competitor.
None of that shocking since toy music usually does slap. We just need to appreciate some more.
Moving on to the actual fight, my goodness, talk about an enjoyable experience with such a fun character. Starts very slow, of course, with normal spear attacks that you have to block using your green skull and the spear that Undyne has handed you, so you gotta block all those, and then she decides that she's gonna trip you up with some new yellow arrows that go in the opposite direction. And of course, it's gonna work really well. But when your sword turns back to it, she will start chucking spears at you like a basketball player would shot, so you gotta avoid them to not get attacked.
Without the chance, you just gotta get the heck out of there and flee, because she will chase you down to the depths of hell.
And of course, during this chase, we're probably just gonna come in and check how you're doing, how Undyne you are becoming the best of friends. Everyone's going great despite you two fighting right now, yeah.
Pies, everything is going great, but I need to go because the fish lady is still chasing me.
When crossing the bridge over to Holland, she'll get too tired because it's too hard, and eventually she'll pass out on the floor. Looks like Undyne might be done for, but thankfully there's a water cooler right there, and if you just pour some water on her head, she'll get right back after a few seconds, and that would be the end of the very treacherous fight between the human and the fish lady, with the fish lady losing, but not in vain.
And doing the correct thing, the human and Undyne, they can become great friends.
This fight is amazing. It has an amazing theme. It has great fight mechanics with the Green Soul. And just showing how much determination Undyne has, this fight is special for all the correct reason. Plus, this is how we learn that Undyne suplexes boulders for fun. I mean, that is just the epitome of cool right there. We need more robots on this list, but not just any type of robots, no. The type that are into music, something that can bring us the big hits of this generation of music. That's what we need, robot and musicians combined.
No, not AI. We need someone who can rap on the track with some robot attacks. I think I know the guy.
This tripod is on the scene. I'm looking forward and back with a roll attack, cause you're messing with the wrong machine.
Now right there, watch out all the big rappers. We have found some competition right here with this robot. You guys are all about to be cooked.
When I first saw this guy, he was like, oh yeah, this robot, he is the definition of cool. I mean, he has giant drills to slay up the whole Skylands, and he can rap. What is there not to love about Drill X?
If there's one boss guy, it's definitely his name. Do you spell it with a dash, or is it just one full name? It's kind of confusing.
For his design, I mean, just look at this guy. There's no way you can improve this robot. It is genuinely and overall impossible. He has giant drills, he has a great mechanical look, and he has giant drills. I mean, I said it twice, but it's just a big deal, and I just think he's just a cool round design that should be used more. And then there's his tons of personality that comes with it. He is cocky, yes, but the more he gets defeated, the more scary he gets. He's like, oh no, I might lose on the track.
This robot, he could teach people with zero flow how to rap in no time.
Perspective on things. Life looking different from where you stand true. So much to discover, so spread your wings.
Okay, not a fair comparison because they like poetry, but you know what? Drill X, he can poetry as well.
In terms of his theme, it actually makes him sound like a big threat to deal with, since after all he's a huge robot to take it down. And with raps included, it makes for one great ride of fun as well, because the raps are necessary to enjoy the theme as both.
Even though you were that round, 'cause the power won't drop and the driller won't stop until the city of Truckers is found.
During the attacks, he started repairing the ground with his drill to try and stab the Skylander with debris going all over the place.
What else do you want me to do? He has drill in his name. Of course he can use the drill. What, you thought it'd be fun for some laser light show? Oh wait, he has lasers as well!
Yep, after enough attacks to him and hiding away from the wreckage of his drills, he'll start slicing you sideways instead. And when he gets stuck, he decides, oh, I need a new plan. I'll shoot lasers now to distract him. And of course, he's gonna send some fire chompies as well to make for the structure combo.
Then, for his last rap, he brings out the big guns.
He slams the ground with his broken drill, shooting fire and lasers in a spectacle, but eventually, he starts failing, falling back, and he doesn't make it all the way, and he decides that there's only one way to end this once and for all, and that is with one last rap for the show.
What did you do, Skylander? You just won the final round. I can't keep the beat, and I'm feeling guilty, and my systems are all shutting down.
Truly, one of the greats. We need some tissues for this one.
From his fun raps, epic attacks, and just a memorable boss in all of game's history, he was such a joy to play against and one of the best in terms of rapping and just boss fights in general. Great fight, Drillax. He deserved the silver medal on this list.
It's a real shame we never saw him again. Oh well, to the honorable mentions!
Plus doing from Donkey Kong Bonanza. Truly a good use of the first time using the Elven power in a boss fight, having to strike him to destroy him, but this is way too damn long. Still a great fight, but just wish it was shorter, would probably make the list. Deadpool from Spider-Man Shadow Dimensions. A fun fight, and of course with the mark of the mouth being there, his whole charm is also intact, being Deadpool of course, but there are better ones in Spider-Man Shadow Dimensions, and this one's alright. Please don't break the fourth wall on me, Deadpool. I can't fault that. King Crab from South Park Factor Butthole. They have taken over the phone company, be careful. But there are multiple ones, and their big, meaty claws will take a lot of health, so be careful. However, do not qualify for the list, sadly. Harvey, A Way Out. Feels like the final boss, and in a co-op game, had to make sure the other person on the same page, you and your partner. That's very satisfying to take out this dang jerk. But it's only to be revealed that he was not the final boss, and there's more later on that contains spoilers. Dragonstein, Deltarune, please tell me you do not take a long time on this mention. A great boss fight, and a way to get keys so you can escape from the haunted houses. But you're on time because you never know when he's gonna... Move to the trenches, I gotta get out of here, oh my god, this is a great fight, I gotta move on, please. He's coming.
Now, for no one on this spot, it's gotta be a series known for its great boss fights throughout its whole franchise. And that no one spot says, hold on, let me check. Pokemon? Really?
Now, of course, Pokemon has a tons of fights in it. That's the whole Sega game. You battle and you catch, be it the Elite Four, rival battles, or even the gym leaders, which are in 8 at least in every game, so it's always unique and fun. Oh, and you cannot forget about the evil teams. They play an important role as boss fights as well.
Yeah, sure, some of them do lead to a challenge, but most of the time, not really. And plus, you don't even fight Pokemon that much as a boss fight.
I mean, there were Titan Pokemon Scar and Violet, but it can't be that, so what could it be? Oh yeah, I remember now. That people at first were not the biggest fans of Sun and Moon, but thanks to the Ultra games, it brought more eyes to the story of this game, making even more loved. And there's a boss fight in there that qualifies for this list that deserves the #1 spot.
Inside this game is Necrozma, a scary beast of a Pokemon. And in Ultra Moon and Ultra Sun, he merges with a form of Bogside Legendary to give you one of the best boss fights of all time.
This design right here, my goodness, it's one of the best designs in all Pokemon. It just looks so cool looking. It feels like a godlike presence while not even being the god of Pokemon. Like, this thing will strike your home team down, and I'm not even joking with that. It will strike your home team down when it has a chance.
And then there's the theme. Let me tell you, this is the most blinding and intense theme of all of Pokemon, which is definitely neat because Pokemon is not known for its tense themes.
Even to this day, it still gives you the best type of goosebumps. And plus, what makes this theme even more threatening would be all the stats it's weighs even more because of the stats boost. In terms of its base stats, at the time, they were the highest for a non-legendary Mega Pokemon. At the time, they were absolutely insane, 754, which with Megas and the Giant Hand doesn't sound much, but back then, it was insanity that it was so high.
It should still be the highest, but it got beat out by a damn hand of all things. Because it's like, I have 1,000 base stats. Who cares, hand?
This Ultra Necrozma does have a bunch of weaknesses, but its moveset helps cover all those weaknesses. Photon Geyser is its most powerful move, so go surviving that move. That move can kill a lot of Pokemon, not even weak to it.
If you are using an Ice-type Pokemon that takes out a Dragon-type Pokemon, well, honestly, I'm speaking of it, good luck, because you're not taking that, because that's Power Gem as well.
Smart Strike will take down any Fairy-type Pokemon trying to bring him down since Fairies destroy Dragon Pokemon, so using that Steel-type move will destroy any Fairy-type, doesn't matter who, Garv or Mimikyu. And then Dragon Pulse, if you bring out a Dragon or just any Pokemon because he's a Dragon-type, he'll use Dragon Pulse on ya.
As someone who has done plenty of Nuzlocke in the past, it has ruined so many ones because of this one boss fight.
And if you are playing this for the first time, good luck, because this is going to be the hardest thing you ever face. It will cause a shell shock to your system because you realize that nothing can beat this Pokemon unless you have certain types of Pokemon. The only types that can really, make it useless is Dark types and Ghost types. So you need to rethink your team, because if you don't have those, you ain't making past this Ultra Beast right here. For the excellent tier theme, the amazing design top to bottom, the story it has in the game, making it even better than the previous game, Sun Moon, making Ultra the better version of it, and having to make the player, we think, the whole team just to take it down, it definitely has earned the title of the best middle boss in all of gaming as of 2026. Award the title to me while to take away from it. You did a great job, Ultra Necrozma. That was one hell of a battle. You've earned number 1.
I've been LightingTale, and now excuse me, talking about all these great boss fights, I need to go take down the boss of mine myself. This ain't no fine business. I'm not clowning around, so... Oh, until then, don't forget to be electric.